Hi, my name's Heidi. I'm Whips and Kits here on Flosstube and Instagram. I'm here for a June, barely, Flosstube. I haven't filmed since April. I have been so tired, so tired, exhausted. I don't know if it's from my mom says, I'm so worried about you, honey, because I'm fatigued. But I think it was from the fall, recovering from that fall, and going to physical therapy. Leland has had a million appointments. He's gotten some teeth pulled, and then he had his orthodontics. Now he's at Badger Camp this week, so Andy's going to pick him up tomorrow. After a week in Badger Camp, he's had a lot of fun, but I'm sure he's exhausted. He'll need a huge bath after not having any help for a week. So it'll be so good to have him home, though. We've missed him so much. I have been to summer camp at Country Sampler. Had a ball at Country Sampler. I have some stuff that I bought there. I have a couple of finishes, and I have just a gigumbo amount of haul and some whips. So not that much haul. I've been doing better. People. But I'm going to start, as usual, with my finishes. This is my first finish. Right here. This is Marie Vallée. I'm just saying it like that to be weird. What is this called? A rose sampler? Is that what it is? So cute. I stitched this with the flamingo, called for flamingo. I have the chart right here. Let me just look. A rose something. A French rose. Yeah. A French rose. And I stitched this on 56 count. What is it? Pie, something pie. I have it there, over there. From Be Stitch Me. Sugar cream pie, is that what it's called? Sugar cream pie, I don't know. Pam Klipsick told me she was stitching hers on this. And she said, you want to buy the rest of it? And I said, sure. So I did, and I finished it. I'm going to frame it, probably with a wide black frame or brown. I want it to look a little old. So, but ever since I saw Susan X Stitch get something framed there. No, it wasn't her. It was my friend from Milwaukee. Oh my gosh, where is she? You guys, this is the name thing. I'm terrible at it. She's such a good friend too. Lisa got something framed there. It was really small and it had a huge frame on it. And it looked so good. And I was like, you guys have good taste. I'm doing it. So that's my first finish. I'm going to get it framed, probably at the Habas Labas. And then my second finish is Go Eat a Bag of Delicious Candy. I don't know who the designer of this ingenious stitch is, but there it is. I just have it framed in this little white hoop, and I put some material on the back. I laced it and glued some material on the back. This is for a friend. She just loves candy. So that's a finish there. Last, you guys will see of Go Eat a Bag of Delicious Candy. And those are my two finishes. I have a bunch of whips. I'm going to start with my latest whip from Country Sampler Retreat. This is my favorite project from there. This is Needlework Press. Vicki, Jeanette, and Megan. I don't know why I always have to say Vicki Jeanette. Vicki Jeanette, that's her name. I love this chart. Lucy Louise Airy. She was 11 years old. Look at how beautiful this chart is. I love eyelets. I love over one. I love four-sided stitch. I was in hog heaven. And these are the colors. They're just a couple of colors. Holly berry, blue corn, tea and biscuits, and then Joshua tree. That's it. I don't know why it hit me, but it did. It's on 36 count Up in the Attic, but look at this funky Up in the Attic. It's pink. You ever seen Up in the Attic like that? So I had to start this, and I had to work my way down to the over one. And you can do eyelet stitches either way on this with 16 little passes or 8, and of course I'm 16 all the way. I just love a good dimensional look. For someone who likes to stitch with one thread, I certainly do like to have a bunch of dimension in my charts. So yeah. Oh, I have a treat for you guys. I ironed my projects today. And ironed is a loose term. I gave them a lick and a promise, as my mom would say. So that is my first project. Oh, there's a pair of glasses. Okay. These are my magnifiers that I wear when I want to watch TV. I usually stitch with nothing on my face. Unless I want to watch TV across the room, I cannot see without my glasses. And I use these, the only way I can see with my glasses on instead of bare eyes is to put 5 magnification on my glasses. So I don't know what that tells you about my regular vision, but bare eyes are much preferred to this too. I can see better with my bare eyes. Bare naked eyes. Okay, we also got this bag from Country Sampler. I love it. Very protective bag of my stitching. I'm going to throw it on the ground. And the next project, this is a new start since April. And this is, I think it's new. Maybe not. Jessie Ormiston. Maybe I did start it before that. I don't have a picture of her. I stitched this out of PDF. I suppose I could find it on here. I'm using GoodNotes because I talked to Sean and she said, Heidi, why don't you use GoodNotes instead of having to pay for an app? And I said, well, Miss Sean, thank you. I think I will. So this is Jessie Ormiston. Look at her. This is my fave. I love this chart. So yeah, I think I did start this before because I was talking about having to stitch between 2 charts maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the fabric. I don't know what fabric this is, but I was given this fabric by Michelle from our cross-stitch group on Instagram. She was with the Dallas retreat group that I did not go to because I went to Country Sampler instead. Couldn't afford to go to both. So this is Jessie Ormiston, and I'm stitching her with DMC on this mystery fabric. I think it's a 36 count. And I think it shows up really pretty in person. Not so great. Probably, I don't know how it shows up. The screen here is so tiny, you guys. It's like this big. I can't even see anything. So this is Jessie Ormiston. I love this fabric. I wish I knew where it came from. It's so pretty. Oh, that's my phone. And I'm using DMC, I think I said that, to stitch her. I'm not halfway done yet. Such a cute little, fun little stitch to get out. And I've also stitched on this. This I started with Phoebe, Moonshine Stitchery, and Michael of Davis Quilting Stitching. We started Augustine Testar. I think this is the one that Sean was telling me use the app. I'm stitching with DMC. Phoebe's stitching with silk. She's stitching with the Aversois. This is Moonshine Stitchery Angel fabric. It's so pretty. I can't describe it like Phoebe can, but she describes it. Look how pretty it is. This fabric. Oh. This is the stitch. Got some leaves done and almost have a flower done there. Super pretty. This is 40 count, I believe. Yes. Augustine Testar by the latest one. Another one I stitched a lot on this past 2 months. I had to get this barn done. Oh my gosh. Plum Street Sampler, this Happy Morning. This has been languishing for years. I love this kit. This I got from Country Sampler, and Pam was telling me, no, you didn't, because we don't serge the edges. I said, yes, I did. Certainly did. This is 36 count hog bristle, and look at this hog bristle. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see it in person. This is the most beautiful hog bristle in all of Hog Bristleton. It is a goldy tan, and it is just perfect. It's not like the hog bristle now where it's more pinky tan. This is goldy tan, and I was asking Pam, why can't we get this hog bristle anymore? Pam is a super knowledgeable employee at Country Sampler who should get paid $5 trillion if she's not. So this is my barn done, thank God. And Annie recently finished this, Annie Bees, and she said, wait till you get to the grass. But yeah, the grass looks daunting, but it looks just as bad as the barn as far as I'm concerned. And it's just so pretty though. The finished product is so gorgeous. So anyway, back to the linen. Pam said that now they just said it just won't, it's different linen from a different place. It used to be from Russia, the linen that Zweigart got. And now they're getting their linen from France and Belgium, maybe. And also water conditions change and everything. So it just is completely different hog bristle of old compared to the hog bristle now. So, which I like them both, but I just love this piece of linen. I just adore it. So there's that. I'm also stitching this with Phoebe and Michael. This is Anne Grimshaw. I'm stitching with Antique Dark Gray, Luminescence 103 Silk. Just over dyed 103. And this is where I'm at. I changed this little guy's. I just did not like his face staring at me, so I had to change the middle of it so it didn't look so much like a eyeball looking at me. The fan's blowing it. Ooh. Sorry. I'm too hot to do that without a fan. It's boiling in this room. Oh, I forgot to say I'm stitching this on 46 count Phoebe linen. What is it called? Barrow. 46 count Barrow. Michael's stitching it on that, and Phoebe as well. Michael is stitching with DMC 310, and Phoebe is stitching it with floss she dyed herself. It's really fun. And this is a project I'm stitching with Lori, Instagram friend. We stitch every Monday, usually every Monday, unless I'm too exhausted from watching my Rennie. We're trying to keep up with the sale that Audrey at Stitch Beat is doing, but I'm not doing very well. So this is Ann Tong Ufendel. Michael calls her Ms. Tong. I'm stitching this on 36 count. 36 count Millstone by LFA Linens. This is that huge piece of 36 count. And this is where I'm at. I got that whole urn done this time. Oh my gosh. That urn is a beast. I did the underlayment for the urn. And then I moved up to the flower on top there. And I have 2 more flowers to do before I can move on. I'm going to move down. I'm going to move down this way. I don't want to do over here yet. I'm sick of that spot. I want to go down. So yeah, this is a really pretty stitch. I just saw Narissa's stitch. She is starting over on Isabel Ufendel. She doesn't like the linen she's stitching on. I thought, well, you send that right on over to Heidi and I'll finish stitching that, ma'am. She's stitching it on 36 count and she doesn't like to stitch on, she doesn't like the piece of linen she's stitching it on, which I totally get. But I am really enjoying stitching on this linen. It's just beautiful. 36 isn't my absolute favorite, but it's not bad. Not bad at all, especially this piece of linen. It's really pretty. And here's the big clump of dump, DMC, dunk for short. I just called it that today for a weird reason. I don't know why. Then we started, Michael and Phoebe and I on June 1st started the Wren sampler. Wren is my little granddaughter. Wren Avery. So Wren sampler. And this is a Phoebe dyed linen. It's a 40 count, beautiful linen. Do I have the tag here? Shoot, I don't. I'm not sure if she has any on her website right now, but it's the only red linen on her website. I started at the top middle. Look at that little birdie. Look at that little wren. And this flower is so pretty. I'm just so pleased with this linen and how it's looking. It's pretty bright. It's brighter, much brighter than the called for linen, but I'm very happy with how things are showing up on it. Super happy. I think the contrast is perfect. I'm stitching with the original floss recipe. I haven't substituted anything, I don't believe. No. And I stole everything from like other charts, I believe. Yeah, I stole a lot of them from my kit-ups that I have. That's a Ren sampler. And then we started on Memorial Day. I kind of went out of order, sorry. We have a whole bunch of Plum Street that we're starting just because we want to and we can. This has a dangling thread. This is called American Sampler. Oops. I'm stitching it on Grace Notes fabric, Lady Gray, 40 count. And this is American Sampler. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I love stitching on this. I love it. I absolutely cannot stop. Not that much to show for it, but I love the top design. And I love this little bunting down there and the lettering. And I pulled a Michael. I started at the top middle. And then I didn't. I started at the top left and I zoomed over to the flag. And then I zoomed down and I zoomed down the side and went down to the letters. That's a Michael. He zooms all over the place on his pieces. So I love it. This is probably my favorite thing that I'm working on right now. Always something new to do, you know? And these are all, I had this kitted up in my kits, my endless supply. And then I have another little finish. It's a mini finish because I always have something in the frame, and I always have had this in the frame. I'm taking it out of the frame though right now. I've had it with this one. I'm putting in something else. I'm working on Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. And I started the third after finishing this block. So that's the bottom. After I finish the third block, I'm going to come down here and finish the last one because I want to change the words. I've got all the squares done, and this is my little mini finish. This was a fun block with the silk. The variegated silk. There's only one variegated floss. The rest are NPI. Original recipe. NPI. This is coming out of the frame right now, and I'm going to stick something else in there. Probably Eleanor Parr. I haven't worked on her in forever. No, that doesn't go in there. Okay. And then one more thing that I worked on is a monster. And I actually revamped this one. This is Dutch Beauty. You guys have all seen Dutch Beauty, I'm sure. But I have a picture here somewhere, right here. And I've had this for a long time, and I just didn't like the flosses. I'm stitching this on 40 count Lakeside Vintage Pearled Barley. Look at this, you guys. I have the original tag, fat half, 58 bucks from Linz of Madison. It's not going to be 58 bucks now, nowadays, boys and girls. So this is a beautiful piece of linen. It's a beautiful chunk of linen. And I went all the way around the sampler. Let me see, let me stand up. I don't even know if you can see it all. Probably not. I went all the way around, and I also started working on the tree right here. I did a few of the little flower nubbins as you went around, but I was just happy to get the border done. The bones of the border is done. Yeah, see right there, I went down there as well. If you don't put any stitches in, you'll never get it done. So I decided to go to Linz of Madison, and I took, I referred to the DMC, and I picked out some overdyed. And I know a lady yelled at, she didn't yell at me. She just said last time, why do you show the threads? 'Cause I wanna. That's why. 'Cause I want to. That's how come. So I'm going to show you what I picked out because I want to, but you can speed through if you don't want to watch it. I picked out for $37.26 Sweetest Heart by Classic Colorworks. Love that match. And I don't even care if it really matches. If I thought it looked good, I was really happy. And then $37.68, I picked Old Blue Jeans. And then for $37.82, I picked Mariner's Compass. For $5.23, I picked Tiny Vine by Classic Colorworks. And some of the Tiny Vine matched better than another Tiny Vine, but I just mixed them all up, and I think that's a great color. $6.12, possibly the most boring color on the face of the earth. I picked this putty from Weeks. I don't know why, just some colors just I'm like, even though they're necessary, it just makes me yawn. $6.42, I have Old Covered Bridge, and this is a bold choice. Look at that. Why not throw some fun in there? The gray-ish in the Old Covered Bridge, the gray-green, really made me think of this Old Covered Bridge. So I just did it to zip it up a little. For $8.33, I picked Wheatfields, and one Wheatfields was a much better match than another, but I just mixed them up together. This is a beautiful gold, but I want a little variation. $8.42, I picked Antique Lace. There's a lot of beige in this baby, and I think this will be really pretty, a variegated beige in there for some of the, you know, for a lot of the area. There's not much of this $9.27, but I did pick Rain Shower for the $9.27. $30.12, I picked Oscar. And then $30.21, I also picked kind of a weird one. I picked this moss. You can see some of the moss is really reflective of the $30.21, the really darker bits. Probably not the green bits, but that's okay. A lot of it was like a tree branch or, you know, things like that. I thought, oh, it'll be nice with a little variegation in it. And $30.23 is Confederate Gray. Sorry. And then 3052, I had to buy a lot of this. I picked Scuppernong, and you can barely tell. I went around half of the sampler with this Scuppernong, with this, and then half with Scuppernong, and I can't see a difference at all. And it just makes me so happy to use a variegated floss on this project. I just was so enjoying myself stitching it that it just made the world of difference. So now I have it out and I'm stitching it, and it just is making me very pleased and happy. So there's that. Okay, that's all my whips. Now I can put that away. Okay, put that up there. Now, all right, my disc was full. I had to change it out. All right. So now I am going to show you some stuff that I bought. I bought, oh, first I have to give a shout out. Oh my gosh. You know who's the sweetest? Roseanne. When I was hurt, or was it when my dad died? No, when I was hurt. She sent me a card when my dad passed away. And so kind. I mean, she didn't even know my address. She sent me a card. I just love this woman. Then I fell on my face, and she sends me this. This beautiful, beautiful strawberry. And some chocolate. Then, this Father's Day weekend, she sends me a card because it's my first Father's Day without my dad. This is Roseanne in Milwaukee. She is one of the best humans that I've ever met in my life. She's a fellow nurse with me, and she's just a wonderful person. Super kind. Thank you, Roseanne. I just love you. I didn't show the fabric that I got. Kitten Stitcher. I watch her every video, and she is a fabric monster. And I am a fabric monster. I don't quilt. All I do is like smalls, finishing. I don't care. I love fabric. I love it. Well, she's told me about this. She told everybody, not just me. She didn't say Heidi. She told everybody about this line of fabric with kitties on it. I don't even like cats. This is the cutest fabric known to mankind. Look at this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't care. I love it. Just makes me happy just to look at it. I love it. This one has cat eyeballs on it. I don't even know who this maker is, but is it Tula something? Let me see. You have a name on here. Tabby Road, Free Spirit, Tula Pink. Yeah, Tula Pink. This is cat eyes, or cat eyeballs, as I say. This is great for a small. Great fabric for a small. Here's another kitty one in teal. I love fabric, you guys. Look at this. This is pretty, right? This is all from Allie's Fabbies, it's called. I really like her site. This is another Tula Pink, I think. Yeah. This is just a different, this is called Parisville, Deja Vu. Super cute. And then this is another one that I just thought was really adorable. It has zebras and pandas and all sorts of animals on it and writing. That is cute for smalls as well. And then what is this? Oh yeah, this is, I just bought a little bit of this. This is, I think, like hydrangeas or peonies. This is a peony fabric, yes. Look at how pretty that is. I just bought a little fat quarter of this. Again, I don't need fabric. I don't do anything with fabric. Although I am going to start quilting because I met a girl who quilts at a lady who quilts. I sat with her, luckily, at Country Sampler. God bless her. This is real pretty. I love bright, bold fabrics. And then this is another lime peony fabric. Super pretty. So that's my fabric haul that I've forgotten to show because of Kindred Stitcher. Now, if you ever need to send me a message about fabric that I should get, I need that. I need those messages, all the messages I can get. I quit a couple of cotton floss groups, and I joined the Gloriana Floss group from Hobby Lobby Needlework in June. But of course, nothing's happened yet. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Who knows when it'll start? God only knows. And not a floss tube goes by where I don't show you something from LaHaye's. And I bought this because I don't have any open boxes to show my smalls in, and I still have hopes of finishing a small one of these days, of the smalls that I've finished. So that's that. I bought some linen when they had a linen sale at what's it called? Hoop and Frame, right? Hoop and something. Hoop and Frame, yeah. Okay, so they had pre-cut pieces. So I love it. This was a really good price. It was, I forget how much off. I got 45 count foxtail millet, 16 by 35 piece, and a 17 by 35 piece of Himalayan fog, 38 count, and March Pane, 15.5 by 35, 48 count, March Pane. And these would be great to over dye or just not even over dye. This is 18 by 24, so it's a little smaller, 45 count Nightingale. It doesn't, I don't know that it looks like a nightingale, but what a beautiful color. I can't wait to stitch on them. But I'm kind of waiting. Guess who's coming to see me? Phoebe! She's coming to see me in July. And maybe we'll dye some fabric, maybe we won't. Okay, now, speaking of Phoebe, I have some linen of hers that I bought, that I purchased. Okay. She sent me this, My Stitchy Spot. She made this for Sarah, a project that they're starting. She's starting a My Stitchy Spot piece of linen. It's really nice. I love it. It's beautiful for a sampler. So I can't wait to stitch on this. Probably what they're stitching, the project that they're stitching, but I forgot what it is already. Then I have Primrose. This is the most gorgeous piece of linen. And it's huge. Look at this, pink. It's a 46 count light pink mottled linen, just lightly mottled. I love it. It's just beautiful. I hope you're getting the accurate color there. It's so pretty. And then this is just gorgeous. Another, it's kind of a grayish rose color. Serenade, 40 count Serenade. I love a pink linen. And then we are starting Liberty's Welcome on February 4th. And Phoebe dyed us fabric for that. It's a red and blue fabric, modeled fabric on tan. Liberty. 40 count Liberty. I can't wait. I love Phoebe's linen. It's gorgeous. She's a stellar linen dyer, in my opinion. Let's see. Put that over there. And then I bought a couple of things at Country Sampler. I bought only 2 charts, maybe 2.5. I love this. Both needlework press. Mary Stevens, aged 11. That is so pretty, the colors there. I'm going to use the Classic Colorworks. Or maybe, what is this? Oh yeah, Classic Colorworks, that's what I'm going to use. This is the one, Hannah Phillips. This is the one that I'm going to use the silk for this, the silk floss. So pretty! I saw Carol bought this too, because we have such good taste. And then I bought a couple pieces of linen. Whoa! And I threw them on the floor. I bought a 56 count Lakeside Linen Vintage Fawn. And then 56 count Needle Bling Red Dirt Road. A little less red than the other red dirt roads. 56 didn't dye up that red, but it's really pretty gold and just a little bit red. I love it. So I'll have to find the perfect projects for those. 56 count. Probably have enough 56 count here to last a lifetime with my others that I have. Because projects just are so wee on the 56 count. And then I got a couple of things from, this was a freebie, not a freebie, but a birthday gift from Sampler Guild of the Rockies. And then we got a project, I signed up for this project from Shakespeare's Peddler. I think it was a retreat, but I didn't go to the retreat. I just ordered the project, but it costs the same if you go or not. You can go, or you can go online. You know, you could have attended online, but I did not. And this is it. This is Anne Hallam, 1816, their Sunday best. Look at how cute that is. I love Shakespeare's Peddler. She's going to be at next year's Country Sampler Retreat, along with Plum Street. And I was beside myself. And Sampler's Not Forgotten. What a time that will be, Paulette Stewart. So anyway, a lot of, this is very neutral sampler, super neutral, but all over dyed, so I was happy about that. And then I got 40 count Cocoa by Weeks Dye Works. It's just a beautiful piece of linen. I love it. This is Weigart base. It's huge. It's just a nice sampler. It's a nice size. It's not huge. Little deers are super cute on this. So I got that. And oh, I bought, when I was watching Narissa, she showed this chart, this Elizabeth Bevan, 1835. It's so cute. I've never seen it before in all my born days. But it is the cutest chart, and I must stitch it immediately. There's not that much silk. I mean, there's not that much floss to buy. It's all just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 colors. So I might pick out my own overdyed silk. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I would like to do this with silk and just a few overdyes. Like maybe the green. You know? I probably have silk in my stash. Or I'll get silk in my stash once the club starts coming to me. Okay. I'm looking for a chart and I can't find it. I don't know where it went. But I bought this chart. Oh, here it is. This, Elizabeth Stephenson. Queen of the May. I have to get a little further on my Queen of the May that I have already before I start this. But I bought the Soie d'Alger because it is beautiful. Oh, these colors are so good. Oh, when I saw these colors on Hoop and Frame, I knew I had to get those. The Soie d'Alger. And I got it because, and I'll probably stitch it on one of these pieces of linen. This 38 count Himalayan fog, maybe. Yeah, I think it'll look gorgeous on that. Okay, that's that. And then, oh, look. They sent me this little free 1884 Designs, sent me a free chart. Sheepish Designs chart. That was nice. And I bought this catalog for this plan. Thought that was really cute. Look at this. So cute. I would stitch that in a minute. It's just really pretty to look at. Portrait of a Lady in Rose. And then they have a bunch of hand-drawn charts in here. Really cute. I think this is it's a reproduction of an old magazine, but it's really fun. And then my friend Michael bought 2 of these because he loved the chart so much, and I said, "Ooh, send me one." So he did. And then I got this from, where'd I get it from? Lindy Stitches. Summer in the Garden. Look at that. By Jeanette Douglas. The kit with this pattern. There's summer, autumn, spring, and winter, of course. Oh, I cannot wait to start on that baby. And then I got the 12 Berries of Christmas. A couple more of them. They were on sale at 1-2-3 Stitch, so now I have all of them. Oh, I bought this Krynic custom quarter. I've been eyeing this for a long time, and I want to put some quarter on my stuff. My mom got me this. She was up north with my sister. Look at that. I am going to stitch this immediately. I love this lady from Teresa Kogut. I didn't have her. Harvest at the Mill. So cute. Okay, now, oh, one more thing that I bought, and I'm going to start real soon, is this. Oh yeah, I have these in my purse. This is, I want to start this because I don't have any red samplers right now going. This is, and I saw this at Country Sampler. I saw the original. It was stitched on 73 count linen, and it's Amelia Fox, 1868, a Bristol Orphanage antique sampler reproduction. This was so pretty, so beautiful. I was enamored immediately. So I cut a piece, the most enormous piece of Sleeping Bear, 46 count. This is from Needle and Flax. There was only so much 46 count, huge pieces of 46 count that I have. Of course, it's a 3-inch margin all around, so it looks even bigger. And I'm going to stitch it with this Luminescence 103 silk in Bellagio red. It's just the perfect color of red for this sampler. And it's a delight to stitch with this on 46 count. It looks perfect. So I'm going to start that sometime. I don't know when. And then I also got the mystery box from the Wishing Thorn. And it was super fun. I already have this Mary Napier sampler. So I will give this away on this video. If you want the Mary, I already have this from Country Sampler. I'm a member of the group. So if you want this sampler, just use the word Mary, M-A-R-Y, and I will put you in a drawing for the Mary Napier sampler. Nothing else did I have though in here. Look at the other chart that came with it is Betty Ormandy, which I didn't have and I was coveting. So I wanted this and I got that. And then there's a little Betty Ormandy bag. And then I got a piece of 32 count Lugana Vintage Country Mocha and Twilight Blue Ada, 18 by 25. Might overdye that, who knows. And then I got a bunch of floss. There's some Weeks Caper, Weeks Tatanka, and then I love Histoire-Aline. I got 4 of those. And then some wool, some DMC wool, and then some of this Dabasie wool, and then some flower thread, some beads. This is Anchor stranded cotton. And then some silk, overdyed silk. What is it? Histoire-Aline. Maybe it's cotton, I'm not sure. This is silk. Yeah, peacock. And then a bunch of cute little fripperies, little things to hang on your smalls, little tassels, so cute, a big bag of them. And then some Christmas hang ties, this beautiful postcard, this pencil alphabet. Now this is fun. If you had a kids project, I think it's good. Pencil alphabet chart, which I like it. And this Americana chart. I love it. So anyway, this was a really fun thing. I love a mystery box. And of course there's a little pattern on here too, on the box. I also bought her summer box coming up. super excited about that. Oops, I'm crunching this up. Oh boy. Okay. And then this is the box from, it's a two-sided box that we got from Cross Stitch Antiques. This is a really great book, A Stroll Through Samplers. I'm telling you, all three of these women that spoke had the most interesting talks. I loved it. Especially Vicki Jeanette. She's amazing. Her knowledge is so amazing. Look at that cute little. This is the threads for these two samplers, the Sandery Sister samplers. I love these samplers. The problem I have is the chart. I have a hard time when it's like a chunk is lopped off like that. Oops, I showed the chart, sorry. It was blank anyway. So there's a big lump that's off of the chart, and then you have to stick in part of the over one and like convert it in your brain. I'm just terrible at that. I just am awful. So I'm gonna have to rechart it to where I understand it to do this, but I want to stitch these samplers because I love them so much. She has them right here over two, you know, with the verse over two. You can insert that, but I like the over one verse. So I have to figure that out. And then we got 2 turtle doves from her as well. And, oh, that's that, sorry. Pieces of Innocence, just little pieces of this Innocence chart, which I want to get. So pretty. And then little Alice and Alice's Rose. Just little smalls from this chart. It's just beautiful. So that's a lot of good stuff right there. And then we got 2 pieces of linen as well. And then Stacy Nash, a sewing fold and box pin keep. And it came from the most gorgeous sampler you've ever seen in your life with this house on it. I'm not sure if I'll do the sewing fold. I took pictures of the chart and maybe I could, you know, put something. It just looks like there should be something right here and here. I don't know why I think that, but that's just my thinking, what I'm thinking. The whole kit and caboodle is there to finish it. We'll see. We'll see what I do with that. And then my seatmates were just wonderful and all brought something, and of course I did not. Renee made this for me. Look at how pretty that is, out of an old quilt. I think that's so pretty. Susan and her mom, look at this. Susan stitched that on 56 count, and then they put this in little, for everybody at the table, they put this in little salt cellars with pins. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? I love mine. I have it right next to where I stitch. I remembered to bring it in here too. I'm really impressed. This, Monica, with Peaceful Times, she made a chart, Let It Snow chart, and gave it to us along with the floss in it. So I'm going to stitch that, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. She made a chart to give to people. Amazing. Oh, and this is another chart from Vicki Jeanette, a little paper chart that she gave us. somebody gave needles to people. Oh, this one we picked out, Minnie McBean's Fripperies. Jeanette, I think, gave us that. We made this. Look at, I made this. Vicki Jeanette taught us how to make these little pin baskets. Super cute. Need to get some pins for it. I was given this. And this by Renee. And this little needle case. Louise, maybe? That's who I sat by. Yeah, this is from Jeanette too, little chocolates. We were given this little charm. And this is something from Stitch Camp, Stacy Nash Designs, this little stick for measuring in. Anyway, people are just so generous and so kind and so lovely, and I met so many wonderful people. I just love Monica, and thank you, Renee, for putting her at our table. Susan and her mom Jane were, you know, Susan, I met her before, and her mom is the sweetest woman ever. Susan took a face digger. I think this was it the second day or the first day, Susan. She just couldn't let me be the only one with bruises on my face this year. So she just took a face digger just for me, which I thought was really sweet. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. And show and do. And thank you everyone for everything, for watching and commenting. I just love all of you. Bye.